Man, team switching all up on me today. Well, they're in the right place, right time, and so are you over there in the Twitch chat. Hello. Welcome to the stream today. This is Tuesday, day 2 of week 12, and we're just getting ready here to start this match soon. Getting a good look at one of the players here for for Na Plus Ultra. There's some parts of you that I did not want to see, Sir Dimwheat, but this is good. This is fine. Hello. Welcome, welcome, everybody at Twitch. Dimwheat giving you a nice wave there. This is our one and only match of the afternoon / evening, I suppose. More so the evening, isn't it? But yes. So we'll be getting this started as soon as we get the last couple players here. But you can see, yeah, Sir Dimwheat on the team. Trying to do some dancing for the Twitch stream. So for Na Plus Ultra here, they're coming in at 13 and 12, finding themselves in a position, just trying to kind of finish up the season strong. Lost a few games here in a row, but a lot of that too, you got to imagine, just due to the roster changes. Between Sir Dimwheat coming back here, or onto the team, I should say, following Nova disbanding. We have Zux returning after about a month off or so, 3 or 4 weeks at least. He was having some hardware troubles, so needed to take a hiatus. So basically half the roster for Na Plus Ultra, as I get reminded that I should probably mute my tablet there. But half the roster kind of switching in and out just the last week or so. And definitely those roster changes late season are going to contribute to, just the losses I think that Na Plus has been having as of late. Because otherwise, good team, great team in fact. They worked their way all the way up to the gold division. And just following a couple tough weeks there, back into the silver area here. But I mean, when they've had their full roster throughout this season, where they started out with Zux, Citizen, Brennan, and Solid Shot, they worked their way up to gold. And you know what? This is still a gold caliber roster without a doubt. It's just a question of can they put the puzzle pieces together in time to find their cohesion as a team. Now, meanwhile, for Deception, they're coming in here 10 and 8. Roster of Mozzie, Della Ranger, I Blow It Sports, Link One, and Ice. And they're a team who, they weren't here from the very, very beginning of Season 1. However, all these players were on various teams over the course of Season 1, as well as pre-season. So coming together after a couple weeks into the season here. And they've been having, as you can see, a pretty good one at that. Showed up in around week 3, I believe. And along the way, have just been putting on, good shows. You can see 2 more wins and losses. They have the 10 and 8 record, 1180 on the MMR sheet, and if you look at their plus and minus, plus 74 overall on the combined scores across all their matches here so far. So looking at an A Plus Ultra as well, they have plus 42, plus and minus of 42 across their games. So the margins on the A Plus Ultra games overall a bit slimmer. You know, compared to Deception, when they win, they win pretty good, by pretty good differentials. But yes, teams have been informed that they can start as they please. So just waiting on them to decide, I do suppose. But yes, hello to everyone in the Twitch chat joining us for our one match today. See Hecken in there. He was first this time. Sometimes becoming a competition of its own here on the streams. Who can be the first to say something in the Twitch chat as soon as the stream goes live. Well, Hecken's the grand winner for today. Saluna coming in there the second. We also have AXZ Beast. Axe Beast, perhaps. Grumpiest Broom, Cam Jam, Kawoden TV, Dano McFabulous, Fontac, 5-Spotted Dog, Zenny Dude, and Boogtronics. I'm a fan of that name. A lot of interesting names in the league, for that matter. Some of them easier to pronounce than others. Of course, we have on A+, they started out this season named Super Console, I do believe, and they had a roster of Zucks, Ducks, and Tucks. Fortunately, Brendan decided to use his regular account and just he was playing as Tucks, I do believe. Maybe it was Ducks. I don't know. All these names are changing. But point is, they have their roster now with Citizen, Sir Dimwee, Zucks, and Brennan coming in today. You see Boog and Cam both cheering on Deception here. 5-Spotted cheering on Nay Plus. So maybe a little bit divisive there. Checking out the connoisseur vote as of the start time. 11-5 in favor of Nay Plus Ultra. So a little bit of an advantage given by the community votes, but not a heavily lopsided one by any stretch. It's one of those matches that certainly could go any which way. If you're talking about the Nay Plus Ultra, you know, from a few weeks ago, I definitely give them the heavy favor. But again, the roster changes. That's going to be the question. We know the individual talent of Zucks and Sir Dimwee coming back. Zucks coming back onto the roster. Sir Dimwee coming off the disbandment. Sad to say, of Nova, but hearing here from the players as well in the open comms. Looks like Duller is maybe having some headphone issues potentially, so he's getting that sorted out. That's why we got the late start here. See, Lulz are the best joining us right there in the chat. Right on time for the delay, Lulz. Just saying. Just kidding, though. Welcome to the chat here. Glad to have you all on board. Of course, a lot of excitement in the air lately because of the Quest beta, closed beta, coming out this week. And each day we're seeing new waves from Ready at Dawn, sending invites out to the various signups. And as of a few hours ago, actually, on the announcements channel in the Echo Discord, for those who haven't caught it yet, signups went live for people who have a Rift, not a Quest, but a Rift, and are looking to help crossplay, or test the crossplay with the Quest version. I imagine that must include Rift S, but just going by the direct wording of the announcement, it says Rift. So if you have a Rift and are interested in testing the crossplay between the two versions, sign up for that one. You can see the signups on the official Discord for Echo. Well, the official, unofficial Discord for Echo on the announcements page. Dano saying I signed up for that. Boog talking about the Quest version, the Quest test, saying it's very good. You're in that. Yeah, been giving that one a good old try in the last few weeks as well. It's super impressive. I've been shouting its praises, not because I'm being forced to, but because I'm just legitimately impressed with how it's turned out. I mean, feels like a native version in itself more than anything. But that said, look at here. We actually have ourselves a match getting started. So let's get right to it. The first joust, a light headbutt coming through from Brennan. Interesting first joust there. Potentially had time just to grab it, but instead did not. So we'll be going here to Deception with a pass over. And spreading the floor now. It's Link 1 backing it out to iBlowout Sports. Up to Duller from that corner, and he'll just power it in for that shoulder slam. 3 meters out, but with the amount of power he put into it, you'd think he was going for a dunk or something. Left-handed as well. Lel's asking about the signups for the Rift to Quest crossplay testing. That's just on the official, again, the official unofficial Echo Discord. Visit the announcements page. There's a Google form sign-up sheet that was posted there a couple hours ago. Over here, turnover from, well, a couple different teams actually back and forth. Ultimately coming away with it is Zux. He has Sir Dimwee on the cross pass cutting up. And kind of a mirror image for Sir Dimwee there, imitating what Duller did around the other end there with the kind of corners sling in from the goal. So it's tied up, 2 apiece to start this one off. Just the first minute and 20 seconds of play. And Cam Jam saying, Boog is my OC buddy. Be nice, pal. How was I being mean? I was agreeing with his compliments on the Quest version. Very, very high quality. So I think Cam Jam, you're lagging a little bit in terms of how you perceive my sentence there. But anyways, over to the bottom ramp. It's going to be taken here by Citizen. Actually, no, make that Duller Ranger off a good stun. Duller's going to go down beneath, but being taken here by Sir Dimwee. Dimwee gets a clear. Goes for a boost now. It's Citizen and Zux with an open shot and beautiful hit on the goal as he fades off to the side. 12 meters a second. Actually, 12 meters out, for some reason counting as 0 meters per second, but we all know that's not true. It's 5-2, favoring Nay Plus Ultra over here on Orange Team. So iBlowout Sports rolling out, just going for that pass over to the tunnel, but just misses the hands of both players, actually for deception. So maybe an unforced turnover of sorts, but see if they can get it back. It looks like instead it'll be Brennan Cecil, and he's going to wisely back it out to Zux. You can see the 3 defenders here trying just to get back and find those stacks. But being denied, some brawls going off, so it's just going to buy a lot of time for this 2-on-1 to unfold. Oh, but saved at the goal, iBlowout Sports, denying the numbers a disadvantage to him, I should say, but it was a number advantage to Nay Plus. Unfortunately, the goal open, but cannot go up +3 on that one. Sir Dimwee certainly not happy, giving a little shout out as Citizen takes a disc right back, and then backing it out here to Brennan Cecil. So Nay Plus with a 3rd attempt, see if they can deliver on this one. You can see Sir Dimwee cutting to the nest, crisscrossing, but just missing that pass. So taken back by Mozzie. Mozzie will be stunned by Brennan, dishing out a bunch of punches. And now Nay Plus trying to get it back there on the side wall. It's a Citizen with that disc. Bounce passing it over. A nice one to Brennan, and he'll back it out to Citizen. And the positioning here a little bit cluttered, making it hard to get some passes off. So now it will be actually another clear going off and getting stuck over there in the other side of the tunnel. So Zux tries to get that to Dimwee. For Zux, again, mentioned he's kind of rejoining this roster here. He was rostered member for the majority of the season, just left it for a little while. Only because of tech issues, but no issue on the shot. There's Sir Dimwee, assisted by the aforementioned Zux. Directly or indirectly, he'll get the disc and finally find a goal here. 7-2 after a few missed shots. Nay Plus was just able to keep it on this side of the floor. And as we all know, when it stays on that one side too long, it's more and more likely that it's going to be a score. Defense, it's tough. Of course, a lot of great defenders here. Certainly for Sir Dimwee, you know, individually a great goalkeeper joining the team. And, you know, a team of talented strikers here at Nay Plus. Over on Deception, iBlowout Sports, very talented goalie as well, showing his skills across preseason and Season 1. So there's the aforementioned iBlowout Sports trying to deliver to Duller Ranger. Duller getting stunned out, though. Citizen also. So returning the favor back to the midline as a quick stack comes through. A nice regrabs going in. And actually the shot going out, rebounded, and Zux gets the 2 about halfway through this first round. It's a 7-point lead for Nay Plus Ultra. Got Boogs in there, still cheering on Deception. They're trying to come back with a joust here offensively. Only 2 points so far, but that could change on a dime. And it's Sports here trying to deliver that dime to the tunnel. But look at that stack, just ignoring that first pass, going all the way to the second. So very smart from Nate Plus Ultra, recognizing that first pass was cut off. The goal was otherwise going to be exposed. But now they're going to be on defensive position as Mozzie goes in position for a great shot there to bring it back within 5. One of the Nate Plus players also complimenting said shot, I believe, there on open comms. And it's a close game still. 2 goals. And 4 minutes to go. So over here on the sideline, it'll be actually taken, almost made, and rebounded by Mozzie now for the shot. It's 3 points. Huh. So how about that? Looked like Nate Plus Ultra was pulling away. And yet here it is, a 3-point game after some back-to-back plays scored by Mozzie. Mozzie with 4 out of the 6 points here for Deception thus far. So it looks like the New Zealand boys there cheering on Deception. And they're going to just be on defense now. They have 3:20 left in this round. Still the first one. Brennan, a quick handoff to Zux, and he'll get the goal. So 11-6, taken from 6 meters out. So potentially a dangerous shot to take on the likes of I Blow It Sports at goal. That's a shot that he's definitely capable of saving, just not able to wrangle that one. But it's not something you want to chance multiple times, definitely. But still, Nate Plus Ultra will benefit off the points. Pull ahead by a little bit more here, stretch out that lead and attempt to hold on to it. But Della Ranger coming in with the pass deep out, and now with the aggressive defense for Nate Plus Ultra playing way out. That could have been a numbers opportunity for Deception, but just unable to do too much with it. So a clear will go out as the stacks unravel. And maybe an open goal if Nate Plus can get it back. So there's Zux, and he will attack, and you cannot give him those kind of looks because he is very quick and accurate as a striker. Definitely happy to be back for his team, and his team happy to have him back for that matter. Saw Zux a ton interacting in the Twitch chats during his little hiatus, his absence there. He was very much a Nate Plus fanatic in the chats and almost a player coach at times. Just recognizing whenever things are going right or going wrong. So I'm sure, having him back in the mix there, he's just happy to be able to contribute and looking to do just the same here on defense as it goes back and forth. But actually, there is the aforementioned Zux. He gets the turnover shot. Couldn't hit it, but he'll get his own rebound instead. Takes a tap off, but gets stunned out. And more stuns coming in this time. Link 1 cutting off Citizen. So nice job by Deception. There's the boost. Unable to get too many regrabs in there, but they still have a lot of time to spare. Off the backboard, and it's a 2 for Mozzie. So the last 3 goals in a row for Deception coming courtesy of Mozzie. So still in this one, although with only a minute 23 left, they're going to need to act very quickly and aggressively. So let's see what they opt to do here. Offense for Nate Plus Ultra rolling out, and there's a defense just stacking all the way up towards mid. But again, they're going to really need to play this one quickly if possible, and actually they do. So a Deception causing a turnover for Nate Plus, maybe forcing that pass a little bit. Not contested on the QB, but nonetheless, they're going to break free and get it back. So Citizen there's the back pass to Sir Dimwee, and Dimwee with a little bit of time checking behind him, recognizing the defense. But the stack's really nice for Deception here. They're going to get back on the disc right quick. So back passing it here, but soft one. I mean, it's slow enough to reach Duller, but just time not on the side. And with that back pass, that might have been just enough to actually secure the win for Nate Plus Ultra in the first round. Really didn't have time for that kind of aggression, and now it looks like, indeed, with the slow play at a time that they can't afford it, will be first round going to, very likely here, Nate Plus Ultra. So Link 1 will score on that, but they need 2 goals and just not enough time to get that one done. So first round to the Orange Boys here. Deception playing some good late game defense, but again, just the clock management, not quite what they needed at the time. So that said, first round in the books, 14-10. It looks like one of the Nate Plus players had left a little bit early, potentially to reset, trying to avoid perhaps utilizing a restart. So see if he can get back in the next 60 seconds or so. That would obviously be ideal. But until then, we're going to go to the highlight screen, just take a look at what there is to show for it. So, Brennan is in fact back in the match now. Couldn't really get a look at his stats, unfortunately, so we'll get him on the scoreboard, but his stats got reset there. But yeah, after the first round, leading the way, it was Zux, 10 points. I mentioned he's a very skilled striker and been super antsy to get back into the mix, and you can see why. I mean, coming in hot with 10 points and 2 assists for his team. Dimwee, the newer player to this roster, 4 points, 1 save, and 5 stuns. Citizen contributing 1 save, 1 steal, 11 stuns, and then, well, Brennan, he contributed stuff. I just couldn't tell you exactly what because of the dropout. Over for Deception's side, it was Mozzie. Had those 3 scores in a row, 6 points and 7 stuns. I Blow It Sports with an assist and 2 very nice saves. Link 1 had a pair of points, 1 assist and a steal. Dollar Ranger, a couple points, a couple assists, and a steal as well. So we're going to roll back on to the second round here, about to start. Deception looking to pick up some speed. Just quick look at those team stats as well. And I mean, interestingly, you know, Deception, much more possession time, but just not able to get those points. Now over here will be a Zux to Sir Dimwee, but saved out by I Blow It Sports. So to start off the second round, he gets his 3rd save already. Now Citizen just backing it out, recognizing Zux in the back line. Some good soft passing from Nay Plus Ultra to buy them this opportunity. You can see the defense all just trying to rush back into the goal and actually rushing Zux there on the crossover. So will be a nice defensive play, and I Blow It Sports getting that disc right back here and over to Mozzie as the Nay Plus Ultra players now do attempt to regather themselves and distribute themselves on defense here on orange side. Grumpiest Brim appreciating the save. Oh, a little miscommunication maybe on the passing play, but Dollar still gets a disc back. Now it's going to be a 1-on-3 just about, 1-on-2. And Sir Dimwee manages to get it loose. Now Dollar actually had the good angle on the shot, but couldn't really get rid of it in time and with the accuracy that he wanted. But still, Dollar being playing well so far today. And is often a very, very large contributor for his team, no doubt. But Link 1 on this side of the floor just missing and overshooting that disc. So Citizen coming through, passing it over to Brennan. Brennan taking a quick shot, will barely miss and taken back by Dollar, but Dollar needs to get rid of it because you have Zux there with the stuns as well. So a deep cross pass there will be cut off again, just past the hands, and another clears this hot potato series of plays back and forth. This time going maybe in the way of I Blow It Sports. Oh, but he dings a 3 as well. So neither team able to capitalize off of those open goals, which, you know, are going to be more rare these days in 4v4. You don't get too many open looks, and when you do, it's only for a second or two usually. So basically a stalemate here. Just a game of chess between these two teams thus far. See that spacing trying to unfold, but a little bit precarious if nothing else. These A Plus Ultra players, you can see they're in like a straight line, a diagonal line just about. So their passes, not the widest angles, but you know, these teams making up for any misplays, miscommunications just with speed. That said, Della Ranger lines up a 3. He's going to graze that top of the barrier there, and Zux and Citizen with the efficient stack to get it back, but only throwing it to the hands of I Blow It Sports, who then gets rid of it deep into the other side. But Sir Dimwee's going to be playing the back line, very well positioned, and certainly with his defensive mindset, he's not going to be playing way deep in the offensive line or the front line unless he needs to be. So definitely got to be aware on those clears, not to concede anything to the defense of Dimwee. So Brennan Cecil coming through. And Citizen with a disc, with a nice shield, gets the pass off actually to Brennan. One more crossover, but a bit too much strength on that pass. But thus far, Nay Plus Ultra has been doing a pretty good job to rebound on some of these plays. See if they do it again. They're trying. Sir Dimwee is just going to tap it out there, recognizing Zux was in trouble, so had to leave his post over at the bow tie. But it will be Deception getting it back, and now after over 3 minutes now, we're still scoreless in this second round. The first one taken 14-10, so rather high scoring as that deep shot just goes astray, and now it's just going to be a matter of the boost. There's Duller and Brennan just contesting each other, and ultimately Brennan coming away with the stuns. But yeah, after that high scoring first round, here we are stuck at 0 points after all this time. Very, very interesting start and a change of pace we're seeing here among these two teams. Zenny dude saying, kind of reiterating what I was saying there. Yeah, no goal yet. Dang. B-Love saying the disc is slippery. And, B-Love here playing with Nay Plus Ultra for a few weeks there in Zux's absence. And maybe a shot finally. Not absent on the goal. It's Link 1. You can almost see him just looking behind his shoulder afterwards and shrugging it off and maybe thinking to himself, finally, jeez. But there you go. Has the open goal, and this time not missing. But you can see, yeah, right there, Link just breaking and shaking his head a little bit almost after that very long jostling of back and forth possessions. So 3 points for Deception. They're going to be glad to take that one because they do need to win this one if we want to see that third round being forced. So Brennan trying to collect that disc. Duller looking for the good leech. Gets a punch, but the disc actually sailing by him and getting it back eventually. So there's Duller with the clear. Will find the midline. Not really getting a solid clear through, so just gets stuck. But I Blow It Sports, good positioning. So much like Dimwee, how he's defensive-minded playing that back line, I Blow It Sports is much the same. He's not going to be piling up on his frontline players unless it's mandated. Otherwise, he'll be in good position to take those interceptions or those saves and whatnot. I mean, you can see him right now at the goal already, so the good positional play is what you're going to recognize from these teams, especially the ones, as they gain that chemistry. But going in for a very powerful shot right there. 18 meters a second on the feet. Some good shot placement by Citizen. And they'll find their first 2 points. Took them 6.5 minutes just about. B-Love saying that last rally of sorts for those first 6 minutes, just one big joust, pretty much. So a lot of back and forth, kind of a tug of war almost. Neither team wanting to concede anything if they can help it, hence these possession changes. I mean, even taking a look at those stats again real quick, it's still about a minute advantage in possession time for Deception. They have the 1 point advantage. Oh, a good stun by Link 1. A good second stun by Link 1. Enables Duller Ranger to just walk it on in. So good shot by Duller, assisted there by Mozzie, but ultimately it was Link with the punch connections. First brawling with his defender right around here at this block, and then he punched out the goalie on top of it, so it really made life easy for Duller Ranger, who's definitely a striker who's capable of scoring, on active defenses. But I mean, if you punch the lights out of him like Link did there, it's going to be all the easier for Duller. He'll gladly take that one. So Brennan with the pass over to Sir Dimwee. He's going to roll up and take the one-on-one, but just tries for the top corner, missing that one. And you can see I Blow It Sports actually was even prepared for that placement. So it dinged, but had it not, that might have been saved regardless by Sports. That one not going to be saved as Zux gets the play. Sports was actually stunned. Perhaps the only reason that got through his tight defense. Deception here on the joust advantage now. Less than 3 minutes to go in round 2 and up by precarious 1 point. See Grumpy in the chat saying, what in the, that was laggy. Oh, right there, no lag, it's just a steal off the very quick joust from Citizen. But even in the public Twitch comms, Grumpy pointing out a little bit of lag. Name a more iconic duo. Love you, Grumpy. Fair enough, cheering on Deception. Of course, Duller Ranger, the fair enough junior of the team here. Good to see the the multi-generational talent over here in Echo Arena, if nothing else. But definitely at both these, for Fair Enough or for Duller, longtime players. I know Sir Dimwee over on Nay Plus Ultra likes to tease Duller a little bit about his old name of Divine Dinger, as he knew him. Right here, Duller Ranger's going to roll in. Not a ding, but not a goal either. It will just be taken out by Zux and looking for the pass. Good patience there and recognition. Not a little bit in trouble with the defense nearby, but didn't rush the clear. Instead, found the pass. That said, it does get knocked loose eventually. Mozzie takes it back. Now, Mozzie was the hot hand for Deception in that last round. But right here, it's Duller, and that's just the sound of a goal. Nothing else. And that's exactly what they needed to tie it right back up here. 7 apiece. 1 minute, 30 seconds left. And pretty much right back to a blank slate. 0-0 effectively with this tied game. Just neither team really pulling away by too much. So it's really just going to come down to the wire here. So knowing that, Sir Dimwee is going to play it patiently, and that's really going to be the key here in this final minute. Obviously, both teams want to score, but neither team is going to want to take risks they don't need to if they can help it, because just like that, risky passing will cause a turnover to Deception. With not a lot of time left, the next score could very likely be the last one of the game, so it's just going to come down to that disc control and getting a quality final shot if they can. That said, that's a wide open one, so took the risk. Was it worth it? Perhaps not, as it will be missed. See if they get it back here for Deception. If they give up a goal here, it's not going to be good news at all, but luckily really quick on the return. And very unfortunate crash. Looks like Brendan Cecil has now left the game. And with 30 seconds left, it's now an advantage. But Citizen taking the disc back. So despite being knocked loose here and down a man potentially, 20 seconds and possession still going to Na Plus Ultra, seeing if they can maintain it. Citizen with a disc and backing it out way deep into the back line. Now this is a very interesting situation. We haven't had a crash actually extend into an overtime like this before, so I'm not sure what to think of it. Right there though will be Duller Ranger taking a deep bounce shot and almost in, but will not be, and now overtime it shall. So Brendan actually does get back into the game. Looks like in time for them, hopefully. Let's see here. Yep, all 4 players are indeed in the match for Na Plus. So OT situation, folks. Match is on the line for Deception. They need to convert right here if they want to stay alive. First joust. Taken by no one, unfortunately. So way deep in the back line, they're gonna get stuck. Brendan's gonna work it up here with a cross pass. And now the defense all joining, and now joining with a punch, and the goal. Sir Dimwee really happy and apologizing for his shouting, but you know what? They are excited to get this win in round 2. So despite the issues, it will be no tissues and no crying on their end, because you know what? They won the game after all. So 9-7, favoring Na Plus Ultra, and getting back on the win sheet after a few rough weeks. So we'll head over to the highlight screen, and yeah, just a strong return, and unfortunate. That was really Deception's match to win. I feel like in that overtime, they had a successful second round, and they were actually first to the joust. They just had a stack overshoot it. Neither was able to grab it, and that's really what gave Na Plus the opportunity to work it up the floor. Granted, that initial joust stack from Deception was able to get back before the score went out, but in those kind of situations, right, where you don't have time to really set your defense, it can get a little bit precarious. And we saw Na Plus, they weren't playing it too slow on that one. They knew the defense was way off balance and stuck in the back end, so they played on it, and it was Sir Dimwee in his second match here with Na Plus Ultra, making his debut this week on the team. He's going to come through with a series winner. So on that note, we'll take a look at the stats here, keeping in mind Brendan's are obviously not going to be all too accurate because of his dropouts, but we do have 12 points for Zux leading the way, as well as 2 assists, 2 saves, 14 stuns. For Dimwee, it was 6 points, including that ever-crucial overtime winner. 1 assist, 2 saves, 14 stuns. For Citizen, 5 points, 1 assist, 3 saves, 3 steals, and 20 stuns. Leading the stun department, as well as the steal and save department for his team. So Citizen is putting work in on the defensive end and in the midline with all those brawls and steals and what have you. So good game from him. For Deception, very even distribution. I mean, honestly, you can't fault Deception whatsoever. It was just, the costly overtime mistake there, the misjoust. But I mean, team-wise, everyone really putting up something. I mean, 6 points for Mozzie, but not too far ahead of Link 1 and Duller, who have 5 and 6 points as well. So keeping it all close there. Everyone on Deception with an assist at least. Duller with 3 and Mozzie with 2. And then I Blow at Sports, although he didn't score, he still contributed, again, an assist and 3 saves, which were all quite nice. So, filling that role admirably, and the team play very well done. It just came down to those tiny little edges that eventually got Na Plus that win. So with that said and done, I'm sorry to say that's our only match of the day. Early in the week, that's kind of how it is sometimes. Mondays and Tuesdays pretty light, but then usually by Wednesday, Thursday, it starts picking up 30 plus matches each week. A lot of them being scheduled from mid to end week. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. I'll bring up the schedule for you guys. Saw a lot of people there in Twitch chat excited over that game, and yeah, again, barely denied a round 3. So close. Definitely rooting that on. See B-Love and Grumpy, they were heavily engaged in that one. National Agency stopping by a little bit there towards the end. Arrow Knight as well. But yeah, so tomorrow we'll have, so far, just 2 games scheduled. We're seeing Watching Weebs for Europe versus Paradox. Good to see Paradox back. They're a team that registered maybe 6 weeks ago or so. They played for a week or 2 and then kind of took off for a while. Haven't seen them, but it looks like making a grand return here in the final week of the regular season. So good to see Paradox back, and knowing these 2 teams and these rosters, I feel like that should be a pretty close match. The second match of the day tomorrow, thus far anyway, will be Mirage, another one of those newer teams registered 3 or 4 weeks ago, and some new to comp players, versus There Is No Team, aka Tint. We saw Fair Enough in there in the Twitch chat. He's part of that roster, along with Guygasm, Rad David N, and White Dragon and Huzzah. So kind of the new blood versus the old school in terms of that long-time Echo experience. So we'll see which one comes up ahead. Now that said, I would not be surprised to see more Wednesday games scheduled within the next 12 to 15 hours, so we'll keep an eye on that, but yes. Alright, so other than that, as Sir Dimwee stops by in the Twitch chat with a bo-bo-bo-bo-bo-bo, whatever that means, but what's up, Sir Dimwee? Good game. Good game winner, for that matter. Fun to watch, and yeah, so Name Plus Ultra pulling ahead 14 now. 14 wins, 12 losses. Deception will go 10-9. Still a very nice record. I mean, you can't deny that. They're over the 500 mark, so they're still going to be leaving this final week of the regular season, with a very nice record, a lot of good success, and yeah, for both teams, we'll see how they continue throughout the rest of the week. But until then, I've been Palidore, and that's been VR Master League. Thank you guys for watching. Be happy, be healthy, be safe, and be good to each other, please. And I'll see you again real soon. Take care.